All right, we are back at it again with some pack openings. Don't mind the voice. I'm fighting off a cold of some sort. We are doing 2 Murders of Karlov, still chasing after Delney Streetwise Lookout for my Heir Apparent commander deck, and then Secrets of Strixhaven and New Capenna. Let's jump into it. Let's see. We will do Murders, New Murders, Secrets. And as always, we will put the cards off to the side, all the rares, mythics, to check the market prices at the end. All right. Again, please just ignore the voice and the sniffling. The cold's got me bad. Luckily, that's all it is. Nothing else. All right, make sure these are in. Nope, not in order. Never remember the orders on these. Okay. We've got Fairy Snoop, Basilica Stalker, Hasda Vigilante, Vengeful Creeper, Reasonable Doubt, Innocent Bystander, Bubble Smuggler, Case of the Shattered Pact, Lightning Helix, Knife, nice and straightforward, Karlov Watchdog, Treacherous Greed is the rare. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature that dealt damage this turn, draw 3 cards, each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. So Treacherous Greed. Then They Went This Way is the foil. Got a nice forest. And a mysterious creature. And an ad. On to New Capenna. Pulled a couple okay things out of here, but nothing absolutely spectacular. Actually, I think all the things I pulled have been lands. Trying to remember which lands come in here. I think they're dual land. I don't think they're surveil lands. But something along those lines. I just can't remember. Is it 2 from the front to the back? I think it is. Yeah, it looks right. Yep. Okay. We've got Incriminate, Snooping Newsy. I do like the aesthetic, like the theme of New Capenna. Just have not found good luck pulling anything. Tramway Station, not sure if I said that. Capenna Express, Forge Boss, Fatal Grudge, Pugnacious Pugilist, one of my favorite titles for a card. It just flows off the tongue. Pyre Sledge Arsonist, Skybridge Towers, that's in the wrong place. Ziatora's Proving Ground. Add black, red, or green. Ziatora's Proving Ground enters the battlefield tapped, cycling 3. So it's Tri-land. I think that's another one of the lands. Maybe that's what's in these. They're Tri-lands. So that should go for a decent something. Got a foil Witty Roastmaster. Foils tend to cause a blur, probably a glare from the lights. Oh, and then we have I guess I'm assuming from the list reprints. It doesn't look like a special guest card because it doesn't have the little star symbol. Legendary creature Zombie Naga. Death Touch, Exploit. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. When Sidisi, Undead Vizier, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, exploits a creature, you may search your library for a card, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. Very cool. And then got an island. Oh, and an art card. I do love me an art card, especially an art card with raccoons. Look at that. They have glass crystals. Masked Bandits by Julie Dillon. Not bad for New Capenna. Some decent pulls there. Let's back this up a little bit. You can see all the cards. Okay. We're going to be hopefully adding some more. All right, murders again. Come on, Delney, Streetwise, look out. Really don't want to buy that card. I think it's running about $40 right now. Hoping to pull it out of this box. If I don't, I don't. I just enjoy opening boxes, but from the back to the front, maybe? Or am I wrong? Could be wrong. I was wrong. Just completely flipped. There we go. Okay. All right, we've got, starting off with the, wow, come on. There we go. There's the focus. Makeshift binding. Agency corner. Auspicious arrival. The chase is on. They went this way. Dramatic accusation. Vitu-Gazi inspector. Call a surprise witness. Flourishing Bloomkin. Slimy Dual Leech. Then a Barbed Servitor. Artifact creature construct, indestructible. When Barbed Servitor enters the battlefield, suspect it has menace and it can't block. When Barbed Servitor deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. When Barbed Servitor is dealt damage, that target opponent loses that much life. Cornered Crook. And this also looks like a list reprint. Leonin Relic Warder. See, when Leonin Relic Warder enters the battlefield, you may exile target artifact or enchantment. When Leonin Relic Warrior leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to the battlefield under summoner's control. Alright, we'll take a look at that one too. I don't think it's going to be worth all that much. A nice forest card. That would be sweet foiled. Hopefully I can snag that. And then a gold-etched art card. Grady F. Some good handwriting. Thundering Falls. So no Delney Streetwise lookout. The search continues. Alright, Secrets of Strixhaven. Been really loving this set. Had some crazy pulls. If you go back, check the videos. I posted some crazy pulls out of the first 5 to 7 packs, and then it kind of died out. So I'm hoping to get that luck back, but out of those first couple pulls, there's just some crazy Emeritus of Woe, another Emeritus, Witherbloom, like some crazy hits all in the first couple packs. All right, we've got Ascendant Dust Speaker, Landscape Painter, Tackle Artist, Tenured Concoctor, Cost of Brilliance, Render Speechless, Garrison Excavator, Essence Knit Scholar, End of the Hunt, Harsh Annotation, Shattered Sanctum. Land. This land enters tap unless you control 2 or more other lands. Add white or black. Nice. And it's a borderless. That is a decent hit. Very cool. Then the Mythical Archive. Pick your poison. I like to look at all these anyways and scan them just because I like the Mythical Archives. A lot of them aren't worth all that much unless it's like the Vampiric Tutor or something like that. Sonar Unfinished Genius in the foil. Very cool. Then Titan's Grave. And then a copy. And a spirit. Alright. Let's take a look at these bad boys. See what they're going for. I believe the market has finally died down on New Capenna. It was obviously not New Capenna, sorry, Strixhaven. Of course, when it first came out, Things are going nuts because that's how the market always is. Okay. We'll just go random order. We'll go from bottom to top. See what happens. Okay, starting with Treacherous Greed. Get the app open here. I feel like I'm sniffling in everyone's ears. Let's see here. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Treacherous Greed. That is a 28-cent card, so nothing crazy there. Yep, I gotta blow my nose. Give me 1 second. Alright, figured everyone would prefer that off camera. Alright. Ziatora's Proving Ground. Let's see. That is a $12.08 card. So figured that was going to be one of the bigger ones. We'll put that off to the side since it's currently in the lead. Nice $12 card. Next will be Sidisi Undead Vizier. Vizier, that's what I was trying to say. It came to me. Let's see here. Where did I pull this out of? List reprints. There we go. That is a $14 card. So look at that, new Capenna. I think those were both from there. So a $12 and $14 card from one pack. No complaints about that whatsoever. Next we'll do Barb Servitor. All right, that is a 35-cent card. So, Karlov kind of failing me today. Leonin Relic Warder, I don't expect much from this, but I am curious. I'm pretty sure it's a list reprint. But I want to check. Yep, list reprint. That is a 23-cent card. And we will do Pick Your Poison, which is a mythical archive, uncommon. I'm going to guess 22 cents. That's a 27-cent card. Pretty close. All right. Let's see. Where's that go? There we go. And last but not least, we've got Shattered Sanctum. That is the borderless. I'll find the borderless version. There we go. Shattered Sanctum borderless is $3.07. So we've got a $12, a $14, and a $3. Those are some great pulls for 4 packs. Very happy with the outcome. These are the big hits. And as always, we'll check y'all later.